Twin flames and starseeds. Some people claim, yes, all twin flames are starseeds. I strongly disagree. There may be a phase when we awaken to our power and we start to connect to the all that is, that we may get some images of our soul. And many people on the twin flame journey, I mean, starseeds are completely in right now, aren't they? So many people resonate with that. I have been through something very similar. I personally never resonated with the template of starseeds. I once read a little bit into it and I saw myself in actually almost all of those different types. The term I always resonated with, and there's many, indigo children. I do resonate with being an indigo child, also because I was born in that period where indigo children were supposed to be born. I resonate not with starseed, but with the soul archetype of the wise ones, and I do have a video on that. What are the wise ones? When I started meditating, even before that, in a dream, when I was like 18, 19, I saw myself as a silver dragon. So I resonated with being a dragon soul. I would resonate, and that is connected in my opinion to the soul archetype of the wise one, with being an incarnated ascended master. You can even see traces of that in astrology. For me, for example, I have the video about the wise ones having the south node in the 8th house, would describe a lot the research you can do about the soul archetype of the wise ones. And you hear me saying it's a soul archetype. Different types of star seeds, and I'm not an expert in that. I can't even name all of them. It's an archetype. Also, I dropped the belief of past lives, because if there's only the now and there is not really future and past, we only perceive it, then there is no past lives. There's just other stream of consciousness that ultimately are we all, because we are all coming from the same source. There's only one soul on this earth that is split into different fragments. So everyone is you pushed out, as Neville Goddard said. What I believe in is archetypes, and we do have many archetypes. It's just a stupid image, but I see like a human and they have like ropes growing into the air and connecting to different clouds, and each cloud is like a different archetype. And archetypes can be many things. For example, astrology, like I'm a Virgo sun, I am a Gemini rising, I am a moon in Aquarius, I have other strong Scorpio aspects, so I am connected to those different templates. With some I'm connected stronger than I am with others. For example, I would say my Aquarius energy is stronger than my Virgo energy, even though I am a Virgo sun. I am connected to the archetype, like when we talk about totems, I am connected to snake, like boa constrictor is my totem. I am connected to several power animals like great white shark, owls, elephants. So I'm connected to different energies. Then there is numerology. I am a life path number 3, and then the balancing number or whatever it's called is 6, and then soul urge number 9. So I'm a 369. That is something that I connect with. But it doesn't mean that I am that. I connect very strongly to dragon energy, and for the longest time I would have said, yes, I am an incarnated dragon. I am a dragon soul. Now I realize, no, there is no such thing. It's just energy. Some people think they're incarnated angels. It's just an archetype. It's like a program. It's a template. We can connect to different types of templates, and they all have their own frequency. Like one starseed frequency may be very much different from another starseed. Like, I don't know, Sirians may be different from Arcturians. Again, I don't know the terms. A snake totem is different from a tiger totem. A Virgo is different than a Taurus, even though they're both earth signs, but there is a difference. So we connect to those different energies, and some energies may be prominent more in spiritual people, and that's why it's no surprise that many people would connect to the archetype of being a star seed. But beware, there may be a lot of spiritual ego behind that. You know, once we have one awakening and the first, I don't like to say ego death, I would like to say transformation, getting more out of the distorted ego, more into ourself, the I am kind of ego. But there may be a spiritual ego, which then would mean like I am a starseed, and that means that I am better, and I'm here to raise the vibration of the entire earth, and I am better than anyone else, and they need me, and I'm here to save humankind. You know, that kind of superiority complex is very strongly connected to the spiritual ego. I mean, if you see yourself as a starseed because you are connected to this energy and you use that energy, and that's part of spiritual awakening, we learn to understand, who am I? And that could mean, yes, I connect to different archetypes and I understand what does it mean to be a Virgo, what does it mean to have totem XYZ, what does it mean to have power animal XYZ, what does it mean to have that specific numerology, what does it mean to connect to crystal children, rainbow children, indigo children energy. But it's nothing but a template. I am not a dragon. I am not a wise one. I used to think that is what I am. But what am I? I'm just a stream of consciousness that is connected to different energies, and we do have all of these available. So there's no superiority behind it. It's just a different point of view. It's just a different energy. It's just a different, also like collective energy that you can connect to. But there's no superiority. It does not mean one is better than another. It's just what your soul chose in order to express. I always say, imagine you have like watercolors and you picked your colors. You know, indigo children might be indigo colors. And then that energy might be this. You pick your colors in order to paint your picture and in order to paint your experience. So many people who resonate with the term twin flame, they want to grow and they go out looking for answers. A person who is into twin flames, it's no surprise that then they would resonate with a term like starseed as well, because it is often, I don't want to say the same personality traits because we're all different, but people are often connected to similar energies who go on the spiritual journey and who go looking for answers. And that is completely fine. So do I believe that starseeds exist? No. Do I believe that in this universe there's extraterrestrial life? Yes. Do I believe we had past lives there? No, I don't believe in past lives any longer. But I believe that you can connect to that collective energy of that specific starseed race that may exist in this universe, and they just hold a very similar vibration to you, maybe not entirely, but in some aspects. And that is why you see yourself in these traits. When we talk about past lives, again, there is no past, there is no future, there's only a now. Everything has already been created. So when we meditate and we connect to, let's say, past lives in quotation mark, and I am a hypnotherapist, so I have led people in past life regression into their past lives, and I have been there myself. But what really happened is you connect to another stream of consciousness that has a very similar vibration to yours, that did live in that specific time, or does live in that specific time period that is in the now. But with our human consciousness, it may have been a different year or century even than the one we perceive, but it is all happening in the now. And you just connect to that specific stream of consciousness that is basically still part of you, because there's only one soul and everyone is as pushed out. So I believe that, many people who are on the twin flame journey would resonate with being starseeds. Again, I never did. I resonated with dragon, soul, and wise ones. Wise one, I can explain you the difference. I have a video specific on that. Would not be like, oh, I come from a different planet. It's more, I feel very much connected to this planet, and I feel like I have spent hundreds or thousands of lives on this earth, and I've always been a spiritual teacher and guide, maybe not in every life, but in many lives on this earth. So I've always been the spiritual guide. That is what I resonate with. And when I looked into past lives in quotation marks, that's the images I saw. I saw myself as shamans, priests, everywhere on this beautiful, beautiful planet. And that's another thing why some people would resonate with starseeds, is that probably, most likely, they have some really troubled childhood, but it can create this distorted image of, yes, I'm not from here. Why? Because there has been pain, and there is this part, maybe even as a child, being suicidal. I don't want to be here. This does not feel right. I don't feel safe here. And experiences like that can, of course, subconsciously make one very much open to the idea of, no, I actually come from a better place. Or many spiritual people, and I know I'm laughing because in my mid-20s or early 20s, I've been there as well. This like, this is my last life on earth. I'm just here for service. I'm not going back. It's hard down here. I don't want to be here. But truth is, people still in this energy haven't really awakened yet to the realization that we are powerful creators. We came here to create. We did not come here to suffer. We did not come here to save others unless we want to be a savior. If you want to manifest in your quantum bubble, you can do whatever you want. So if it's for your own self-worth, you want to step into the energy of I'm some kind of savior, you can create that for you. I mean, it would be better, in my opinion, to create a world where there doesn't have to be a lot of savings. I would rather have people around me that are okay and that don't need my savings. That's what I would feel more comfortable with. But it's your quantum bubble and you can create whatever you want. So if you think like I get my sense of worth by being a savior, for all means, do that. Do that. It's your right to create what you want to create. But we are powerful creators. We did not come here as victims. And no, it may feel sometimes because souls that chose the spiritual awakening journey usually pick very harsh childhoods or situations to grow up with. I always have the image of a trampoline in my head. The deeper you jump into that cloth, the higher you can go. But it often does take the darkness in order to evoke that strong urge to want to go to the light. And that is why people who chose the spiritual ascension in this life usually picked a rough beginning in order to install that deep-rooted urge of wanting to get into the light. And then when we're an adult, the program starts and then we can experience that kind of really physical awakening. Not every soul chose that. But if you have experienced that, then of course I do kind of understand, like feeling like I don't want to be here, and that kind of disconnection or disassociation. Like I don't want to belong to the family where I grew up in. I don't want to belong to the civilization. I don't want to belong to humankind. And then you hear about starseeds and you're like, oh, there is a better civilization, or there's incarnated angels. I want to be that. And I want to come to earth and I want to be better than the others. So yeah, the spiritual ego is very much still there, which is okay. I mean, if you say like, yes, I am connected to starseed energy because I inhabit those specific traits, I am connected to that energy, that is one thing. And I'm the same. Again, I do feel connected to dragon energy, to the wise one energy, to snake totem energy, and a lot of other energies, Aquarius energy, Scorpio energy. I feel connected to many different types of energies. Life path number 3, 16 personality test. I am connected to the INFP archetype. So we are basically like a puzzle pieces of different archetypes that form into your own personality. So if you see it like this, yes, I am connected to this energy, then that is completely fine in my opinion. But if you use it like a sense of I am better than others, then you still have a little bit to go on your journey. That is fine, because again, I have been there as well. You don't just jump and wake up and be done with your complete journey. It is ascension, it is going through some kind of progress. So I'm here giving you a little bit of tough love to tell you, well, if you think you're better than others just because you're connected to starseed energy, or you have that sense of superiority, the spiritual ego, then I would advise you to look into that, because that could be something that is still holding you back to ascend to the next level. Ultimately, we are all one. No one is better than the other person. There's different timelines. Just because you are spiritually awakened in one timeline and another view in this multiverse, never had that click that brought you to this journey. So not every version of you is where you are right now. But you have the potential to get to your highest version by clearing the shadows. And one shadow would be I am better than others. Maybe you are more educated than others if you're on a spiritual journey, that you are more educated in this specific area, which still doesn't make you better, because another person may be better educated in something completely else. They may be a genius when it comes to music, and they know everything when it comes to music, or even something else. So we are all, I see like gears in front of my, like in my head, that are reaching into one another. We are here to complement each other. So no one is superior, we're just different, and spiritual people are here to celebrate their difference. And that could be like, I am different, yes, because I am connected to the specific kind of starseed. Am I better? No. but I'm different and I love being different and I resonate with being starseeds. But we need to stop telling people like you can only be a twin flame if you're a starseed. Again, I never resonated with starseeds. When I looked into it, I saw myself in most of them. I resonate with the wise one, which is the soul not coming from the stars, but the one that it has been here for centuries. That's what resonates with me, even though I know it's not a fact, it's just a template. Okay, wait, that was a lot of rambling. I hope it helped you in some way. I know this video may have upset some people who are really much into the Starseeds energy, and that is okay. If you resonate with me, check out my other videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon, leave comments. I'm interested in what you have to say. And I do see you in another video in the comments or in a personal coaching. Until then, I do wish you all the best now. Bye-bye.